Hey, everybody. It's Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and welcome to this episode of Behind the Mask. Before we get started, please be sure to check out our newest t-shirt in the merch store, Still Out of Fire. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel if you like our content here. Remember, it's not just Behind the Mask. There's many other shows here, many other great contributors, and we love the support. You can also help support the channel by joining and becoming a member. 100% of the monthly revenue goes directly toward the website and the channel and allows us to do giveaways to all of you great people.
Mask will be right back, and so will v.e.n.o.m.
An incredible secret is revealed when innocent-looking vehicles and ordinary men become an awesome fighting team. It's the secret of Mask, where illusion is the ultimate weapon. Piranha's getting away with the laser blueprints.
Stop them!
Condors,
Ready for takeoff.
Mask vehicles in playset, each sold separately with action figures.
I'll let him off at the river.
But Gator's ready, and he never gives up.
Goodbye, you're through.
Mask, where illusion is the ultimate weapon.
Wow!
Now back to Mask.
Now, I don't know about you, but when I hear the v.e.n.o.m music cue, I immediately think of Sly Rax and Not Miles Mayhem. The cue just kind of oozes evil. And that's something that I think Rax does a lot better than any other of the v.e.n.o.m agents. So I usually tie one and one together there. Sly was voiced by Mark Halloran, who I had the honor of interviewing a little while ago. If you haven't checked that out already, please do so. Lots of really great stories in there about his time from recording Mask, how some of the character voices came to be. It's a really, really good listen. One of my favorites just to go back and listen to, actually, just because I like hearing the retrospective of the cast and crew. And the link will be in the description. Sly would appear in 64 episodes spanning season 1 and season 2. His first episode was season 1, episode 1, The Death Stone, whereas his last episode was season 2, episode 9, The Battle for Baja. 64 appearances has Rax with the 5th highest amount of all the cartoon characters. He's considered to be one of the best con men out there and a master of disguise and a weapons specialist. His knowledge of demolition and sabotage make him a perfect fit for the v.e.n.o.m team. If you've gotten through all the episodes, you might have noticed that Rax spends a lot of his time napping. I don't know if it's just not challenging enough for him or he just doesn't care, but I give him credit. I would imagine that the pension plan or breaks in general as a v.e.n.o.m agent are not very abundant. So do what you can. Rax also spends a lot of his time teasing Cliff Dagger and really, really hates Nash Gory. He doesn't appear to like people that are suck-ups to their bosses.
If you had sent me here yesterday instead of that idiot Gory, we wouldn't have had to come back.
And he digs into them a lot in the series. The episodes that Nash are in, I'll list them here if you want to check it out. I do recommend it. It's kind of funny in a way. Animals on the show really seem to hate him. And they're usually a good judge of character. And it makes me wonder what would happen if Sly Rax visited Alex's pet shop. That was never explored that I know of in anything. So maybe that's a Mask tune for Kerouac to come up with. I'll let him take the reins on that if he feels like it. But I would think that if he was going in there, he would need some serious protection. And speaking of that, Rax would go on to wear 2 masks, Stiletto and Sawblade, while also piloting 2 separate vehicles, Piranha and Pit Stop Catapult. While the Stiletto mask can fire razor-sharp darts, I find these facts to be more interesting about the mask. It has a guidance system built into the visor, so wherever he's looking, that's where the darts will actually fire when he, so Stiletto fire. It also makes me wonder, too, how he always missed his mark for the most part. So maybe the glasses need glasses. Who knows? But it also can seal up and become a breathable scuba suit, essentially, allowing him to breathe underwater, which would come in handy for his vehicle, Piranha. Piranha is a motorcycle with a sidecar that can transform into a submarine. It would appear in 63 episodes in from my recollection, it was one of the ones that took the most beating throughout the series. It makes me wonder how they were able to repair them so quickly. I just wonder if there was a whole line of them there. So Rax just had reckless abandon and do whatever he wanted, but it did get beat up a lot. Makes me wonder who was repairing these things. It's hard to say. The vehicle was equipped with water cannons, torpedoes, and lasers. The toy Piranha was released in Series 1 in 1985. And when I talk with Mask fans, they usually have the fondest memories of Piranha or Condor. And it just so happens that those two toys were usually the first introduction to the toy line when we were younger. It is a very simple transformation from motorcycle to submarine. And that might have also led to us really liking it as well. We weren't really getting frustrated with it like some of the Transformers from back then. It helped us get into the action a little bit quicker playing with those toys. The figure for Sly Rax is one of my favorites, and Dave and I have been ranking all of them. So if you haven't checked out any of those tier lists yet, look up in the description. We'd love to get your opinion on that, and hope you agree with them. But if not, always let us know in the comments. If you were looking to add this to your collection today, if you were going to get it loose, I would say $40 to $55 with no shipping included on that. And if you're trying to get it with the box, maybe sealed or at least with the box and all the parts, you're probably going to be spending around $300, give or take. While you have Piranha, one of the more iconic toys out of the entire toy line, we're next introduced to Pit Stop Catapult. It's a fueling station that can turn into a mobile catapult grindy thing. I don't know how else to describe it. That's what it is. Look at it. It can fire tires from the catapult and also use the teeth to try to cripple an opposing vehicle. Pit Stop Catapult will go on to appear in 4 episodes of the cartoon. The saw blade mask looks exactly like Stiletto, except it's blue in color. It fires saw blades. And that's it. That's the premise of it. It's not a bad mask. It's just, I don't know what else it really does past that. I would imagine that it has the same perks. Maybe the saw blades follow the same kind of guided trajectory as Stiletto, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And if he's not in Piranha anymore, I don't know if he needs to have a full, scuba suit mask going again, but maybe he does. Maybe he just misses those times when he would fall to the water. Pit Stop Catapult as a toy, it's uninspiring, but the toy itself does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's a fueling station that turns into a catapult grindy thing. But when you compare it to the rest of the Series 3 toys, except for Billboard Blast, I would probably rank this one right next to it. And that's a hard thing to do because Series 3 has some of the better toys out of the entire toy line, in my opinion. The figure and the mask are fine. It's just a repaint. It displays well, but not as well as Stiletto and Rax from Piranha, in my opinion. If you were looking to get one of these complete, getting the wheels that it fires is one of the harder things to accomplish. You're going to be looking to spend around maybe $60 to $75. And a box with good condition, maybe around, let's say $150, give or take. So that's Sly Rax. Let me know your thoughts on the video. And if you have any questions about Sly in general, please feel free to post a comment here. And as always, if you have an idea that you want me to cover next, especially an agent profile that I haven't done already, leave it in the comments here and I will seriously take it into consideration. And nobody's off the table. If you want Maximus Mayhem, I will do my best. He has a monocle. That's a preview. So please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to help keep Mask alive. And this is Bill from Matt-Trakker.com, and I'll talk to you later.
Spectrum's got such super